Sandy C asks, question for the panel. According to evolutionists, iron in dinosaur bodies preserved soft tissue before it could decay. Are they correct?
Okay, I'll comment and I'll let the rest of the team comment then. The argument that this is being used here stems from the original discoveries of soft tissue, or what we call original biomolecules inside dinosaur bones. Now, the first ones to be discovered were sort of red, squidgy stuff. Predominantly blood cells, and then later in 2005, Mary Schweitzer found entire bits of red blood cells and soft tissue inside dinosaur bones. And these are from a deposit in the USA, very well-known deposit, Cretaceous, and there is a lot of iron in this deposit. And the argument was very simple. Well, red blood cells contain a lot of iron. It's what carries the oxygen around, is what turns them red, right? Therefore, if these fossils are buried in a high iron sediment, then that iron in the sediment will preserve the soft tissue. That was the argument. There's a lot of problems with it, because even iron inside it doesn't preserve something which has a half-life of only 2,000 to 3,000 years for millions of years. But and there's never been any example that have been used that could possibly extend the life of these original biomolecules to anything more than 1 million years. The bigger problem has come, however, that a lot more soft, squidgy stuff has been found since those original Schweitzer discoveries, right? So there are now over 200 papers. These are secular academic papers that have been published in the scientific literature detailing the presence of original biomolecules. So quick distinction, because there's confusion within the scientific literature between what the term soft tissue means, because if you go to the Natural History Museum, you can see some beautiful soft tissue preserved in the ichthyosaur fossils there. But this soft tissue refers to the imprints of the skin, right? That is soft tissue, and it's been preserved, but it's not in the original state. It's an impression in the rock. When we talk about soft tissue more commonly in relation to these dinosaur stuff, we're talking about soft, squidgy stuff that was inside the dinosaur while it was alive, that has been preserved, entrapped in minerals, and is still present today. And like I say, it's gone way beyond just the red blood cells. We're now dealing with nerve cells. We're dealing with sometimes entire sort of tissue structures, biological structures, lots of collagen, which is a protein and is completely separate from red blood cells. So we've kind of expanded well outside of just the red blood cells. So really, the iron argument does not work for any of these other pieces of soft tissue or original biomolecule that's been there. So the biggest critic of any soft tissue work, by the way, is a guy called Michael Buckley, who I'm very well aware of. He's based at Manchester University. You can look him up on Google Scholar. He's actually written multiple critiques on collagen discoveries inside dinosaur bones. He's an ancient collagen expert, and his entire argument essentially against these soft tissue researchers that are finding stuff in dinosaur bones is that, given what we know about collagen, so the exact quote is, there is less than 1% chance of finding less than 1% collagen in less than 1 million years. Right? In other words, by the time you get to 1 million years, there'll be no collagen left whatsoever. Personally, I think that is actually a little high, the 1 million years. If you look at some of the medical literature, which talks about the half-life of collagen, you're looking at about 400 to 500 years. So that would only put it to a few thousand years before all your collagen is gone. But even if you want to go to 1 million years, I'm still very happy to support that figure, because, of course, the whole point that we're trying to make with these soft tissue discoveries is that there's no way the bones could be that old.